Hello and welcome to Pittsburgh for some Friday night hoops. It's Binghamton out of the AEC visiting the Pitt to play in the Oakland Zoo as the Pitt Panthers look to stay hot on their home court tonight. Welcome into the booth courtside, everyone. Kevin Wheeler alongside the former Pitt great Julius Page. Now for the Pitt Panthers coming into the season, Julius, a lot of the talk was about their inexperienced backcourt. Well, Carlton Carrington on Monday night looked like he wants to put that talk to rest real fast.
Yes, sir. You couldn't tell little Bub that he was inexperienced. The young fella came in and had himself a night, getting it done just about everywhere. Jump shots, penetrating, getting into the lane. He even got in with helping his bigs on the rebounding. He said this college basketball thing isn't that hard. After, come on. So, age is nothing but a numbers. Sharon with the Diaz-Graham twin. He was everywhere that night.
The 18-year-old making his presence felt in his first collegiate game. Meanwhile, for Binghamton, they tout a backcourt trio, Julius, of older guards that are sure to challenge Pitt's inexperience tonight.
One guy they're going to have to look out for is Dan Petcash. He's playing in front of his family. He's from Pittsburgh, Pine Richland. He's going to look to get it going early.
See what the three of them did on Monday night as Binghamton took it to Northwestern on the road, led for more than half of that game against the Wildcats before losing by 11. Kind of fell off a bit in the second half, but they led in the first half after that one. Tonight in a hostile environment at the Oakland Zoo, it is packed in the student section once again for the second time this week, and we are underway at the Peterson Event Center as Bub Carrington will get things going.
Pushing up on him early.
Ishmael Leggett to the hole, and he travels on the way there. Good defense by Binghamton there.
I like the approach. Get out on the freshman early. Yes, he had a good game the last time around, but we're going to get right into him and see what he's made of.
Starting five for the Bearcats: Symir Torrance, Taimu Shinnery, Armon Hareed, Dan Petcash, and Tariq Mulligan. First shot down, and here come the Panthers trying to run in transition, but held back by Hareed to be his first personal.
The length of the Panthers coming through. That's their strength. You think you got that little easy one dribble pull-up? No, sir. Federico with the length. It's that type of party around here these days.
Federico had his second career triple-double on Monday against North Carolina A&T. Leggett, another drive. Left hand this time, no good. Rebound down to Torrance. Here come the Bearcats. Inside, wide open Hareed. He doesn't go up with it. Pitt defense swallowed him up quickly. Torrance working on Hinson, a step back three this time and buries it. Symir Torrance, a transfer from Syracuse, spent 2 years with the Orange, the 2 years before that with Marquette. Experienced Division I player in the Power 5. Here's Carrington. Back-to-back screens from Federico, and there's Carrington, and the confetti flies in the Zoo.
He's giving him a little lip too. I like it, a little back and forth coming. Compete. This is what you like to see out of your young buck.
Jeff Capel told us that he was curious to see how Carrington would respond to the older length and physicality of the guards of Binghamton. This shot up by Hareed from the right side. Rebound down to Hinson. Panthers look to push again. Hinson steps into this three. He loves this shot. No good this time. So Bub Carrington trying to pick up where he left off on Monday. Triple-double. This is a good start, Julius.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, he doesn't look like a freshman. He looks very comfortable with his stroke. But listen, he's from Baltimore. Let's be clear. He's not going to back down from anyone.
It's like Taimu Shinnery liked what he had to say there. Early sportsmanship and competitiveness from these guys. Here's Leggett using his body to his advantage. Can't finish again. Gets his own rebound out to Austin. Good ball fake and one dribble. Can't hit. Panthers looking active on the offensive glass. Here's Leggett inside again. Still can't finish. Federico trying to put it down, and a foul called. Leggett can't buy himself a layup right now.
I mean, he's getting there. He has the composure, great body control. Just can't get it to go through. He's banging. The one thing you have to respect is they're getting the shots that they're looking for. They're just not getting the ball to go in. Henson staying with it. Just a little short, but he's battling. Federico, I mean, you would like to see that one go.
Yeah. But you like the aggressiveness from Federico. There's something that I know Jeff Capel and his staff wanted him to work on throughout this offseason, getting more comfortable offensively, becoming more physical. That's an example of it there.
Yeah, he lives around that glass, cleaning up for his guys.
Just 1 out of 2 for Federico at the line. Zoo trying to get loud. Samir Torrance controlling. Number 13, Chris Walker in green. Freshly into the contest. Down low here for Balogun. Out to Torrance. Wants another 3 this time. Back iron. Carrington. 3-on-2 for the Panthers. Out wide here to Hinson. Looked like he wanted to throw it. Bodies hit the deck. Finally, Binghamton comes up with it. Is it a foul or a jump ball? It's going to be a tie-up. It'll be Binghamton basketball. Walking the sidelines for Binghamton tonight is associate head coach Brian Johnson. He's going to be the acting head coach tonight. Level Sanders. He stepped away from the program this week due to a family matter, but Brian Johnson coached his team on Monday night, and man, did they come out and play hard on Monday against Northwestern.
Yes, sir. They led for most of the game. If it wasn't for some turnovers, they were right there. Could have got stolen win at Northwestern.
Steal by Leggett. Out in transition. Torrance chasing. Leggett finishes this time. Two-point lead for the Panthers.
That's one thing they speak highly about Leggett, is his defensive ability and what he brings to the table in regards to shutting the other team guards down.
Good denial by Austin. Here comes Carrington. Loses the ball in transition. Torrance picking it up. Panthers just 2 of 8 from the field so far. A couple of turnovers as well. Down low for Balogun. Walker looking for Balogun. Not there. Reversed into Petcash, his first touch here in his hometown. Rebound down to the Panthers. Buck Carrington trying to go to work. The floater in the lane. Still hits the line here, Julius.
Double high screen with the one big roll, another one popping.
Panthers just 2 of 8 from the field so far, but Ishmael Leggett looks active so far. So body control. Out in transition, Ishmael Leggett giving the Panthers a 2-point lead. Well, what a debut it was for Carlton Carrington on Monday. This Pitt basketball program, 18-year-old freshman, 4-star top 100 recruit, Julius. I don't think anybody could have thought that in his debut he's going to put a triple-double on the board.
You know, and a great thing about it is that he did it without forcing it. It's not like he was out there going for self or trying to get the rebounds. He was just playing hard, making the right basketball play. If the shot was there, he took the shot. If his guy was open, he made the right pass. So he did it within the offense and made it look effortless.
It's the first triple-double in Division I in a debut by a freshman since 2001. That was Chris Thomas. Notre Dame did that. And you could go for days and days about all the different, historical references to when's the last time this version of a triple-double happened. But regardless, one of the things that I thought was so cool, Julius, is he was genuinely excited that his teammates were excited for him, and that's what Jeff Capel was most proud of.
Absolutely. The bench was up and just as excited, like you said, just to cheer him on, to get that. That's great when your teammates is rooting you on and are unselfish that way. That's the makeup of a team that's going to go far, in my opinion.
And that's to build on last season, where this Panther team throughout the year came together with a lot of their older, experienced players. Those guys are now gone, but Carlton Carrington, as a recruit, watched them all last season and was keenly aware of the fact that these guys all got along. He's already a part of it.
There's going to be bumps in the road. He's a freshman still, but, he's going to fit in. He'll learn how to compete night in and night out.
just the 22nd triple-double in Division I by a freshman in the last 15 years. Some of the other guys to do that, Julius: D'Angelo Russell, De'Aaron Fox, R.J. Barrett, just a few names, just throw them out there.
Well, that just means he's going to get paid a lot of money if he keep it up.
It's just one game. Let's all slow down. That's what Jeff Capel says. Ishmael Leggett, acrobatic finish.
The body strength. He's strong getting to that basket. Composed with the finish.
Leggett, the Rhode Island transfer, was there for 3 seasons. Shinnery working on Hinson here. Blake Hinson quiet so far. Walker, deep three, no good. Pitt looking to push every time they get a rebound. Leggett using the screen effectively. The kick out. Hinson stepping into a three. Can't find it.
He's getting the looks that he wants. They'll go down eventually. We know he'll keep shooting it.
Ishmael Leggett, he looks like the most active guy on the floor right now, regardless of him missing a couple layups.
In transition, his upper body strength and just ability to get creative. It's amazing. And it's a great element for this team to have, being that they have so many bigs that can clean up if you miss that shot. You might as well just stay, keep the pedal to the metal, keep forcing the issue.
Jeff Capel told us, Julius, that Leggett reminds him of some of the old Pitt guards. Really competitive, really physical, great body control. You know something about that.
For sure. I think that's just basketball. He's coming from the A-10. I think a real underrated conference in regards to how they play, their style of play. It's a very physical league, so I think he fits in perfectly.
Career highs in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and three-pointers last season at URI. Shot a really low percentage, but Jeff Capel said that didn't worry us because with that team, he had to shoot a lot. Here, if he has some more talent around him, he doesn't have to necessarily do that. He can facilitate a little bit more.
Well, it's going to part like the Red Sea for him. Who are you going to help off of? Can't help off of Hinson, that's for sure.
Here's Jalen Lowe, number 15 in white. Another freshman, young guy for this Pitt Panther team. More of a true point guard, maybe more so than Carrington. Leggett wants a deep shot this time and buries it. That's 3 for Ishmael Leggett.
Composed, all the way around, even Lowe coming in, he doesn't play. He plays with a confidence like he's been here before. And he's only a freshman, so.
Active hands by Guillermo Diaz-Graham, and the Panthers coming the other way. This time Lowe is fouled by Evan Ash, a freshman out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, you go underneath the screen. He's a veteran player. He know how to make you pay. You're going to have to fight, hedge, do something, but go underneath is not the answer.
Thought the foot might have been on the line there. We'll see if it gets reviewed later on, but regardless, right now, Ishmael Leggett with 7 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 3 rebounds already. Blake Hinson, another deep shot. Front iron that time. That's a contested 3 there, Julius. Tough shot.
Just trying to get it going. I think the easy thing to do is just to go to the basket. He tried. He'll get it going. No need to be pressed.
Inside now. Fouled on the way up is Nehemiah Benson. He's going to head to the line. It's a good dish inside for Benson. Benson had 10 points on Monday against Northwestern on 4 of 5 shooting. Ended up fouling out in that game after 17 minutes.
Well, he's definitely going to have to be active tonight, giving up some inches.
Leggett will sit down. Bud Carrington, Jorge Diaz-Graham stepping in. Zach Austin will also head to the bench for the Panthers.
So Coach Capel going to the lineup with both the freshmen at the same time early.
Why not, right? They're going to have to grow up fast.
Yes, sir.
Get prepared for ACC play.
No spoon feeding over here, huh?
So Benson misses both. Now Lowe is getting challenged out here by Evan Ash. Reverse now to Carrington. Hinson, they want to get him going. A deep three, and it rolls out. Torrance, deep pass up top to Shinnery. He has to save it, and we're out and running once again. Hard foul at midcourt by Walker. Got to stop momentum somehow there, though.
It's a good foul to take. Turn it over on one end, prevent the, easy look. That's not something that they do a lot in the college game. Use those fouls the way that they do in the NBA.
Well, you only get 5. They're a little bit more valuable.
Shorter game. It's also a shorter game. I mean, come on.
I mean, that's a smart foul in that instance for sure. Just his first personal. And the way that Pitt's been pushing the ball, you kind of want to see when they're in a half-court set, Julius, so far. Pitt hasn't been able to really find anything. Taking a lot of deep shots.
Looking to get Hinson going. He looks a little pressed, a little anxious.
Bring in Will Jefferson, sit Hinson down here to give him a breather as we approach the under-12 media. Diaz-Graham. Nice, strong offensive rebound by Will Jefferson, the putback.
It's a good sign for the Panthers. Jefferson's back. That's what he do. You don't have to call a play for him. He'll get the rebounds. He'll play solid defense, very active and athletic.
Second triple of the ball game for Symir Torrance. Carrington wants to answer, can't do it. Foul on the floor. Panthers by 5 here, starting to find a stroke a little bit in this game. During the break, the officials huddled up for a moment to talk about Ishmael Leggett's three-pointer from that segment there. Whether his foot was on the line, I think we questioned when it happened whether it was or not. They reviewed it. You'll get a look here in a second. They did end up making it a 2-point shot for Ishmael Leggett. So now he has 6 points, and the Panthers' lead is down to 4. So for Binghamton, it's their second consecutive Power 5 game in about 5 days here. They played Northwestern on the road on Monday, led for over 22 minutes in that game, Julius, and they led by as many as 11 points in that game. They just couldn't sustain that effort in the second half. Coach Brian Johnson told us he thinks they might have got a little tired. Their effort kind of waned as the game went on.
That fatigue leads to turnovers, and that's exactly what happened. But, playing these Power 5 teams on the road is only going to help them. They were picked 4th in their conference to finish, and I think, having these games is going to do nothing but help them grow. Maybe they can finish up there in the top 2.
And they were within 4 points with a couple of minutes remaining in that game. Hareed played 40 minutes in that game. Torrance played 40 minutes in that game. Brian Johnson told us we can't do that all the time. And we were already seeing he's going deeper into his rotation tonight.
Well, somebody's going to have to show up other than Symir Torrance, because right now he's carrying them.
Torrance with 8 points so far to lead Binghamton. Here's a score by Naima Benson. Here's the 5 leading scorers from the Northwestern game. 5 guys in double figures. Shinnery, Torrance at the top of that. A couple of transfers into the program. Now just a 2-point game against the Pitt Panthers on the road. Jalen Lowe looking in the lane. Lobs it up here for Guillermo. Ball reversal. Carrington. Just 3 on the shot clock, and they're going to call a foul. Carrington to the line.
Strong penetration, get to the basket. Solid defense by Binghamton. You're just putting on the floor, making something happen, getting late in the shot clock. Got to go in there like a man.
Carrington misses the front end. You can already tell, Julius, just from the first 9 minutes of this game, that Binghamton's half-court defense, much more aggressive, much more physical than North Carolina A&T, and the Panthers kind of dealt with that so easily on Monday. This is a little bit of a different speed right now.
Oh, for sure. They're taking advantage of having that experience against Carrington. And, you could tell that they wanted to get right into him. We know that you had a night, young fella, but we're not going to just lay down. This is college basketball. We're going to get into it. You're going to have to show us that you can do it again.
And it's always different when you play a game like that and you end up at the top of the scouting report.
For sure. That's another thing, being prepped. He was probably right at the top.
Carrington now with 4 points on the night. Jorge Diaz-Graham will head to the bench. Zach Austin back in. Ishmael Leggett has re-entered as well. Just an errant pass from Petcash. Nobody was home. Now Leggett lobbing it up here for Austin. Austin, very athletic, just couldn't hold on to that one. That's what we were talking about earlier. That's like when I lob up something for you and you finish it, they were trying to do the same thing. It didn't pull
the same thing, but just not with the efficiency that you and I can do.
We'll see if that continues through the rest of the game or not. Dan Petcash. Walker leaning at the timeline, able to save it. 10 on the shot clock for the Bearcats. Deep shot here from Ash. Front rim. Leggett, Petcash fighting for it now. Comes out to Carrington. 3-on-2 for the Panthers. To the corner. Zach Austin for the triple. No good.
Good eyes. He was spotting up there for a minute. He really wanted that one.
Panthers by 3. A step back from Carrington. Drains it. Little shake and bake for you, Julius.
Yes, sir.
I see you smiling.
Yes,
you like
yes,
it.
Sir. With the counter, you cut me off. I could rewind on you. You know, I think the freshmen coming in so much more polished just because of all of the games that they play every year in AAU. And I said it before, I'm going to keep saying it. They don't look like freshmen anymore.
Leggett. Good footwork on the perimeter there, driving. There's Carrington's step back.
Yeah. Channeling his inner James Harden right there. Dance on him, get his feet ready.
Do you think Bub Carrington can start saying, I am a system? Like James Harden did?
No. He got a lot more work to put in, but if he, hey, listen, keep it up, and he will be a system. Just put it in his hands. He's not really making a lot of bad decisions, whether it's the shots that he's taking or finding an open guy. You even seen him slow it down one time when he felt like we should just run a play. So, I mean, this guy is only 18 years old that we're watching. He's just going to continue to get better.
The thing that was amazing about Monday, too, is just how efficient he was. 7 of 12 from the field. It's almost 60%. 4 out of 7 from downtown. And he made the most of every opportunity that he had on Monday.
Didn't force a thing.
Leggett hits both ends of the 1-and-1. Now Panthers by 8 here with 9.5 to go in the first. Torrance, strong drive. Federico was up in the air. Now it kicked out, and there's a 3. From deep, it's Gavin Walsh, a freshman out of Baltimore, Maryland. Brian Johnson already going deeper into his rotation tonight. Makes it a 5-point game. Zach Austin, high point transfer for 3. Back iron. Federico, good hustle to get around Walsh. This one from deep, there's Hinson. He's starting to wake up.
Yes, he is. Binghamton is going to have to get Petcash going in some way, shape, or form. He hasn't even taken a shot yet.
Shinnery finds the front of the rim. Leggett, a high dribble. Nice ball reversal to Carrington. Halfway down and back out. Now Federico going back up. Couldn't find the rim. Torrance, nobody picks him up. Into the lane now. The kick out. Walsh wants another triple. Finds it! 5-point lead for Pitt.
Got to find those shooters in transition. Smart move by Torrance to get deep, kick it out.
Carrington wants another step back. Leggett, good offensive rebound, driving. All ball going the other way off his knee. 5-point game here, Julius. Gavin Walsh coming off the bench, hitting a couple triples.
Yeah, you know, he's getting open for his guys. They're getting the penetration. What can you ask for? We need somebody to pick us up. They found the guy. Splash.
Well, it's a tale of 2 different games this week, Julius, for the Pitt offense, coming off a historic season for them last year. Monday was nothing different. Shot the lights out at 56%. Tonight, not so much. 29% in the early going so far, and they're missing a lot of easy bunnies down low due to that defensive contest from Binghamton.
Well, it wasn't going to last forever. You know, Binghamton is a more experienced team. A&T came in, new head coach, a lot of new players. This team is a little more familiar with each other, so defensively they're going to have it together.
Great play out of the timeout there. Torrance feeding Shinnery for a layup. 3-point ball game. Panthers dominating right now on the boards. They were plus 30 on Monday. Here's Hinson. Nice back down and finish over Shinnery.
That is a mismatch right there. They're going to have to figure out how to not let that happen again. Shinnery on Hinson on the block is just not going to work out.
Torrance, one-handed pass, reversed into the corner. Shinnery looking still. Into the post again for Torrance. They like him down there. Tipped out by Leggett. Hinson starting to wake up.
Yeah, I don't know how this switch happened. I don't know if they started out this way, but no. That's mouse in the house right there.
It's Blake Hinson at 6'8", 230 on Shinnery, 6'6", 195. Deep into the backcourt, Leggett. It's like a deep pass in a football game. Can't finish it for the and one.
Yeah, he thought that he was going to be able to easily throw it in the backcourt, but Leggett wasn't going for it. And he's playing defense on this guy the entire way.
Being physical with Petcash in the early going. Those two guys have mixed it up quite a bit. Leggett trying to make Petcash have a difficult homecoming tonight. Leggett, the leading scorer for the Panthers with 8, makes it 9. Filling the stat sheet already. 9 points, 5 rebounds.
It's very tough, offensively and defensively.
Zoo a little quieted right now. Just a 7-point lead for Pitt. Reverse layup, swatted away by Austin. Came out of nowhere. Here's Walsh working on Federico. Turns it over. Leggett into the corner. Hinson wants a triple. Gets it!
It's a great sequence right there. Nice block by Austin.
7-0 run over the last minute for Pitt.
Leggett could have forced that up there early. He was patient and let it develop in transition to find Hinson in the corner for that 3. His defense and his awareness in transition is just off the charts.
Torrance trying to cut into the largest lead of the game. Can't do it. Good read of the screen by Torrance. Now finding Leggett in the middle. Lefty finish.
Starting to get it going.
Biggest lead of the night and a 9-0 run for Pitt over the last minute 44.
Now this guy here, he has some hops, and he's just one of those guys, 3D guy, transition, finding a guy. You always know you can find Hinson out there spotting up for the 3.
Leggett for Pitt. So just as we were saying, Julius, that it was a slow start from the field for Pitt, missing a lot of bunnies. Seems like they found their rhythm here in the last couple minutes.
I think it started on the defensive end. You know, locking down, getting the steal, getting blocks, and getting out in transition, finding their spots and being unselfish with the basketball.
Walsh couldn't decide what he wanted to do there. Now he's fouled by Federico.
Walsh is definitely giving him some solid minutes with his activity, but Leggett on Petcash. I was saying Petcash has to be more aggressive. Leggett is not letting this man breathe.
Yeah.
He's all over him.
Torrance in the lane, nice finish over Carrington. Torrance looks composed, and he should be. A lot of D1 experience for him. First guy into double figures for Binghamton. Now Leggett continues his hot night. 14 now for Ishmael Leggett.
Strong move. That's a grown man move right there.
Torrance. Now Leggett again. Seems like every time we look up, Leggett has the ball. Spin move and a dish to Federico. Oh, razzle dazzle for the Panthers.
That's an excellent finish, excellent penetration.
Good answer there from Shinnery, quieting the crowd. Shinnery with 5 now.
I think this 1-2 punch with Carrington and Leggett, they just complement each other very well.
And add in Blake Hinson while you're at it. Can't find a bucket there. It's amazing through 2 games. It feels like we haven't talked a ton about Blake Hinson. Here's Petcash. His first shot attempt can't fall. But Blake Hinson is the best player on this team.
Yes.
And was last year, maybe unexpectedly. But it's amazing that through 2 games here, we're talking about the young guards more than we're talking about Blake Hinson.
Well, I think he's doing what he does, which is space the floor. He's attacking the basket. It's just Carrington is so poised and with coming off this pick and roll and making decisions. The ball is just in his hands a lot.
Hinson with a drive and finishes.
In the long run, it's going to pay off a lot for Hinson, having these guys able to penetrate and shoot the basketball.
Hinson now into double figures. Great cut there. Armon Hareed. Solid find from Shinnery. 11-point ball game as we're nearing the 3-minute mark here in the first half of the Peterson Event Center. Thanks for being with us. Kevin Wheeler and Julius Page with you tonight. Federico can't hold on to that pass. Now Torrance. Hareed has it knocked away. Here's Zach Austin in the open floor. What does he do with it? The 2-step to the rim, swatted by Shinnery, but it'll be a goaltend. .11-point lead for Pitt. Ishmael Leggett with 14, finding the big man this time.
Put him in a spin cycle with the dish. He's too little. Tap your head.
Leading scorer in the ball game is Ishmael Leggett with 14, 5 of 10 shooting, 5 rebounds, a couple of assists for him. On Monday, he wasn't the guy that shined so brightly. It was Carlton Carrington, but tonight it seems like Leggett's night, Julius.
Yeah, he's looking like the more experienced guard, that's for sure. You know, defensively getting steals, he has 3 of them, and just getting out in transition, being strong with the basketball, either finishing at the rim or finding his guys in open spots.
What do you like about his game specifically?
I think you can tell the way that he come out here and he's addressing this guy. He's right in this guy's face. He's not letting him breathe, and then he's just confident going to the basket. He has that chip that every team need from the guard position.
Ball was loose. Petcash comes up with it. And Walsh shuffled his feet. But you'd expect that from Ishmael Leggett, coming from a guy who last year averaged 16 points a game, was the best player on his Rhode Island squad. He looks like a leader out there, and he's composed doing it.
And it's a great compliment to have when you have 2 freshmen, point guards coming in. Pitt expect them to have an up and down season, but this is a guy that you can, almost bet that he'll be a little more consistent.
Federico goes over the back. Federico now with 2 as we wind down here in the first half. Here comes Guillermo Diaz-Graham. The Twins had a solid game on Monday, Julius. Tonight, a little bit quiet from those 2.
Yeah, they were stretching the floor, was able to shoot it, get to the rim a little bit, even defensively sliding their feet, showing that they can play out on a wing.
It was Jorge who put up 14 on Monday night. Here's Ash able to bury a deep shot. Cuts it to 10.
Got to get a stop on the other end for Binghamton.
Pitt has hit 7 of their last 9 from the floor. And now Guillermo shuffles his feet.
Was a good thought.
Guillermo Diaz-Graham, 5 points on Monday, 5 rebounds. This is brother Jorge that outshined him a little bit on Monday, and last year was the other side of the coin, where it was Guillermo who kind of burst onto the scene, named this year to one of ESPN's top 12 potential breakout players. Walsh wants another 3. Leg it down with a rebound. The crossover to the hole, lefty, no good.
It's a nice move, though. Little Tim Hardaway killer crossover right there.
And he's got 14. He's 5 of 11, and all 6 of his shots that he's missed have been within 10 feet down there being contested.
Yeah, but he's staying aggressive.
Off of Diaz-Graham, looks like he took a knock there.
Missing those shots is not making Leggett shy at all. He's continuing to attack.
You know, it's interesting. You see this a lot, the way that games are officiated, but the way that he attacks the basket with as much force and aggression as he does, you almost think that he's not getting some of those foul calls because he's so body controlled. If he looked a little bit more out of control, maybe he'd get another foul or 2.
I don't think he want to bank on the referee making those calls.
Oh, for sure.
I wouldn't bank on it, I'll tell you that.
But he gives the illusion that he's not taking and absorbing contact, but he is. Carrington, deep 3. He falls down. Here's Petcash down with the rebound. Torrance running, wants to find his running mate in Petcash. A good find here to Walsh. Look at that up and under, can't find it. Leggett, deep pass here to Guillermo. Doesn't know what to do with it at first, but he finishes with the left.
Had to get his composure, take his time. Everybody got a little antsy for a minute there.
"15 seconds to go in the first. Binghamton will hold for the last shot. Brian Johnson tells him to go. Torrance down low for Walsh. On the left side, tapped out. Walker, 2 to shoot. Goes up with it. And it goes down. Cuts it to 8 points. Good finish to the first half by Binghamton. Leggett making everything happen tonight. Wide open floor for Guillermo. Give him an assist, right? What are your thoughts on the first half, Julius?
A lot of Leggett setting the tone with his energy defensively and offensively, showing his leadership, seeing if he can do the same thing in the second half.
It's been a fun first half. Both teams shooting exactly 41%, but Pitt holds an 8-point lead at the Peterson Event Center. Binghamton trying to take down a Power 5 team. They're bringing them to the brink here for the second time this week. The zoo is full, and it's a wonderful Friday night for hoops. Well, the Pitt basketball program is no stranger to a bit of international flavor with Guillermo and Jorge Diaz-Graham. They took their Spanish influence off the hardwood and to the pitch a few weeks ago to play the Crossbar Challenge.
What's up, y'all? The Twins here. Today we're playing soccer. We're gonna do a crossbar challenge. Basically, what we have to do is try to hit the crossbar. We're doing a shot per shot. Gotta shoot once, and if we make it, like if we hit the crossbar, then we go to the next spot, and it's the best of out of this spot. So let's do it. Messi. challenge is so easy. He can even put the ball out.
What's the ball? Bad ball.
Oh. It's alright. We're here.
Bro, what?
Bangers!
I still have it.
I'm using a different technique now. It's so easy. It's the forbidden technique.
He can put it out of the ground.
It's terrible. It's the forbidden technique. Oh my God! That form was terrible. That's not even a soccer player. That was. It's the forbidden technique. I'm telling you. Here he's touching a roto. Ooh! It's the forbidden technique. Oh my God!
It's a win. It's a win. The win is not playing with me.
Bro, come on! Oh my God! Terrible form, terrible shirt. Bangers! That's what I'm talking about.
That's so lucky.
Alright, I'm so close. 1-0 for me, of course. I don't even know how it's competing. So close. Sorry, we get it back. I'm first.
Just trying to hit the post.
Oh my God! There you go! There you go. Yeah! I'm back!
I don't care about technique. All that matters is the crossbar.
That form is terrible. Like this. 1-2 step. Very low. Oh. I gotta be consistent and constant. If it doesn't work, you should fix it. Alright, I'm gonna stop messing around. Right here. Did I put it here?
Told you. Oh my God.
I'm so close.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Hell no. Hell no. Why am I so good? I don't.
I should have played soccer. Alright, conclusion. I'm the best soccer player in the family, no doubt. Win 2-1. He did a good job. Impossible to keep up with me though. I'm still better at basketball, so I'm not worried about it.
Welcome back to the Peterson Event Center. The Pitt Panthers holding an 8-point lead over the Binghamton Bearcats. We check around the non-conference slate in the ACC tonight. A couple of notable games. Obviously, the big one tonight is number 2 Duke and number 12 Arizona. The Wildcats up 8 on Duke right now, but look at Louisville, Julius, down 6 to Chattanooga at halftime.
Yeah, it's been crazy out here. Michigan State taking that L. College basketball is that way these days.
There's always a couple of them early season, right? Those
For sure.
teams that explode, and then there's teams that kind of fall off. And obviously, there's a ton of eyes on that Arizona-Duke game. Can't wait to see what the result of that one is. Sunday, by the way, Lehigh and North Carolina square off in men's basketball, followed by a women's hoops triple header. Louisville hosting DePaul, then North Carolina hosting Davidson. We'll wrap up the night with Team USA against Duke at Cameron Indoor Stadium in women's hoops right here on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. Thanks everybody for being with us tonight in Pittsburgh on a Friday night. Stick with us. On the other side, we'll show you some highlights and stats. Well, we got a ball game at the Pete tonight. 8-point ball game, the Pitt Panthers and Binghamton Bearcats. Thanks to everybody for being with us tonight. Kevin Wheeler and the former Pitt great Julius Page with you tonight. Now, Julius, it was a hot offensive game on Monday night for the Pitt Panthers. It didn't start that way tonight. They kind of had to find their way through the first half.
Not at all. They started off slow, but defensively they started to pick things up. Leggett is the main guy, you know, getting to the basket, he wasn't finishing. Kicking out to guys, making mistakes. You know what comes with the game. But defensively, they started to become more active, protecting the basket, playing the lanes. Leggett started getting it going to the basket. Just keeping his head up. He knows where to find his guys. He has a tough, you know, he's very strong, upper body. The ability to score coming from Rhode Island, excuse me. But yeah, you know, just continuing to apply pressure, just getting it done.
So Leggett ends the first half with 14 points. He got everything going for the Panthers. 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals as well, and that gorgeous feed right there to Federico. This is how the half ended. Leggett's long cross-court pass. It's defensively feeding off of that into his offense, and the team as a whole started shooting 28% from the field. Since then, once Leggett started to become the straw that stirred the drink, they're shooting 67% since then.
And he was getting everything that he wanted. I mean, he was still getting to the basket, just short-arming everything. You know, maybe they were a little pressing, the excitement, the little hangover from just beating the team by 50 and everything clicking. You know, and Binghamton did come out and apply some pressure early on and have him a little discombobulated. So give Binghamton some credit early on with causing some confusion.
Yeah, no doubt the half-court defense was solid to start out for Binghamton, but one of their focal points for Brian Johnson and the Bearcats was to not give up points in the paint like they did on Monday. They were -12 in that department. Tonight, they're already -12 in points in the paint against the Panthers.
Well, they're giving up a lot of size, so I know it was, you know, in my opinion, wishful thinking to get done, but they're giving up a lot of size. I don't really see them, you know, winning that aspect of the game.
Funny enough, it actually hasn't been the Pitt bigs doing much in the paint. It's been the guards that have been driving and getting in there, just like Leggett is right now. Fade away for Hinson. He cans it.
First play right at the second half. Go ahead and get your guy going early.
The dude will shoot from literally anywhere.
Anywhere.
It's unbelievable.
Anywhere.
And you can't be upset about it as a coach because he hits it at a 40% clip.
He definitely has the ability to get your team going, whether it's with his play or his personality.
Shinnery, nice baseline pass there. Can't find the bottom of the bucket, was Hareed. Now Carrington pushing. Bub Carrington coming off a triple-double on Monday. Got knocked off balance. Foul on the floor. Leggett and Hinson, little two-man game.
Relocate off the penetration. Hinson moving from the wing to the corner. You turn your head, you're gonna lose him.
Nice out-of-bounds play. Carrington in rhythm there, can't find it. Shinnery looking up top. He's gonna challenge Federico, it's blocked. Leggett into the paint, to the rim, and he's fouled. And the Panthers in transition on Monday were really effective. You see a little bit of it there off the defensive player from Federico.
Yeah, defense, he's getting up there with 2 hands to contest that shot. The ability to get up there and contest without fouling is spectacular. Something that the Pitt Panthers haven't had a lot of in the past.
Here's a great move by Hinson there with the rip through and the step back, drawing a foul. Blake Hinson, second team All-ACC in the preseason. Fundamental ball fake right there, Julius. I know you appreciate that.
100%. Get the guy in there, he's leaning in, he reached down. That's a veteran move right there.
First one goes down for Hinson. Now matching Leggett's total with 14 to lead all scorers. Hinson, quiet start, but shooting 50% from the field, 3 of 7 beyond the arc. What's amazing about Blake Hinson, we talked about what he was able to do bursting on the scene for Jeff Capel last year, and Jeff Capel told us, you know, hey, there's going to be a different role for Blake Hinson this year. His voice carries differently in that locker room and on the floor. Everybody looks to him now for that leadership, where maybe last year they would look to a guy like Nelly Cummings or Jamarius Burton. It's not that case anymore.
Yeah, he was the under-the-radar guy that we didn't expect it from, but from the first time I saw him, right in the layup line and warm-ups, you can tell that he had a personality with him that can definitely get the troops to follow his lead.
Hinson wants another, finds it! Blake Hinson coming to life in the second half.
He hasn't seen a shot that he didn't like.
Hinson had 13 on Monday, already with 18 now.
Transition. Get it up before the defense get back and set up.
I mean, the two things you love about that is the ability to catch and shoot so quickly, and it's the elevation on the jump shot too, where he's able to shoot over basically anybody. Batted around inside off the drive from Reed. Now Benson. Good for Benson for 2. Cuts it to 14. Under 18 to go in the second half.
This pick and roll is going to be complicated.
Bub Carrington, and he has something to say after the shot, and he picks up a tech. And you see Taimu Shinnery, he's smiling over there. They started at each other from the start tonight. And here's a teachable moment here. You like this, right? Zach Austin, Ishmael Leggett coming over and saying, all right, young guy.
He may be getting a little carried away in the first half. He did it. You know, it's John, the guys are competing, but, you know, after every play, you can't keep taunting the guy. But you love to see the competition and the competitive edge on a young guy.
That Cash gets the first free throw off the tech.
After having a triple-double, you know that they're going to put their best guy who think that he can stop you. He's going to come out here doing whatever he can to try to stop you and get into your head. So when you make something happen, you got to let him know.
I love Shinnery just immediately smiling and looking over to the ref saying, hey, do you hear that? Do you hear what this guy's saying to me? That's great stuff. Hey, I'll take it for game number 2 of the season. You see some of that competitiveness coming out tonight. So technical on Carrington. Lead cut to 14 now. Shinnery and Carrington matched up again. Benson with a drive on Federico. Great cut there by Torrance. Lost it. Back up now. Swatted by Austin. In transition go the Panthers. 3-on-2. Out to Hinson. Chooses not to pull it. To the rack and he finishes. Oh, Blake Hinson. He's into the 20s now. And the Panthers are alive. The Oakland Zoo loves it. And it's a 16-point lead.
After getting hot from 3, Hinson decides to shot fake, put it on the floor, and finish at the basket. Defensively, this is what you call a double block right here when 2 guys get a hand on it. Hinson getting the crowd into it.
Torrance. No. So now Hinson with his first 20-point game of the year. Had 9 of those last year, and he keeps it going. Just battling to the rim that time.
It's just a lot of real estate that you have to cover because he's at least 2 big steps from the 3-point line ready to catch and shoot, and you have to guard him out there. Once he put it on the floor, you have so much, you know, room that you have to try to cover. It's impossible.
Wide open shot here for Leggett. Drains it. Great find from Carrington. Ash to the rim.
Nice strong move.
Leggett now with 17, Hinson with 22.
Oh, that's mouse in the house right there. You don't have to double team that one.
Hinson to the line. Pitt up 19. Biggest lead of the ball game. Leggett continuing his hot night. Blake Hinson to the line here to get us going again. And you look at this, Julius, all of Division I last year, players with 15 or more points a game, 6 or more rebounds a game, and 95 or more total 3-point makes. Just Brandon Miller, the number 2 pick in the NBA draft last year, and that guy, Blake Hinson.
That is some great company. Some wonderful company for your future. You know, I'm showing that to every scout I can find.
You know what's amazing about it too? You know, Hinson tested the NBA draft waters, got some feedback. They said he needed to change his body, get a little bit more strong, lose some weight, and he did exactly that over the summer. Jeff Capel praised him for his commitment to doing exactly that and changing his body. He looks a little bit more slender, a little bit more active.
Hinson is going to be okay. He can also test the NBA, well, I mean the NFL waters if he wants to. They might tell him a different story. They might want him to beef up a little bit, but I'm sure he can do anything he puts his mind to.
He'd be a great tight end.
Absolutely.
Maybe a linebacker. Into the paint for Federico, the rip through, stepping to the right hand. Just couldn't get it off the glass. 21-point lead now for Pitt. Walker, no good. Foul on the floor here. It's going to be on Hinson, so it'll stay on this end. Hinson's first personal.
It's a lot of contact in there. He's in the air. Referees catch it all.
Pitt with a heavy margin, plus 16 on points in the paint, 26-10. A lot of perimeter jump shots coming from Binghamton now. It's kind of suffocating inside with the length and the size of Pitt. Carrington and Hinson. Carrington, a step back three.
What can you say? It's the right read. Coming off, turning the corner, countering. He's playing solid D. It's not that he's not actually there. It's just that Carrington is stepping back and making a shot.
There's Ash for three. The thing that's amazing about Carrington is how smooth he looks doing it. It's not like he's making any drastic movements like the contrast of Leggett. Hard cuts, pivoting. Carrington just looks like he's floating out there right now.
Yeah, this is why I like the two of them together.
Oh, Carrington, back-to-back triples.
I don't think he liked that technical foul that was called on him. He's saying that I can just do it with my play. Okay, he got the memo.
Carrington efficient again tonight, 50% shooting. Now 15 for Carrington at 18 on Monday.
A solid D, great counter, step back, take it and make it. And then again, just coming off the screen reading, he's going underneath, hide behind the screen. He know he can make the shot, knocking it down.
How do you feel about Carrington's shoes? Low tops, the green?
They look comfortable, more than anything. I was looking at them in the pregame. It looked like, you know.
It's like some running shoes.
Yeah, they look like something that he's just comfortable wearing. So, you know, some guys got to have the brand new ones. I couldn't play in brand new shoes.
You're getting blisters off of that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Got to break them in. Carrington, look at that. And one! Bob Carrington! Unleashing some fury in the second half. The older guys grab him after that bucket. 3 consecutive baskets for Bub Carrington.
Use his body to create some space on a step back. It's a good contest. Got him on the arm. I didn't really see anything too dirty.
He might have got upset from Shinnery kind of getting underneath him there, causing him to foul. Carrington converts the and one, matches his total for Monday, and he comes off the floor. Big hand from the Oakland Zoo for Carrington. What's the teachable moment right there from Jeff Capel?
I mean, if anything, keep your composure, but I think he's doing that. I think he's just a little, you know, fiery right now, and I would be too.
Ash, wow, just
and Ash is getting
threes.
Going.
Third triple of the night for Evan Ash.
Ash is trying to give him a puncher's chance.
24-point game. Guillermo Diaz-Graham has it fouled by Walsh. So 3 guys for the Panthers in double figures tonight. Hinson coming to life here in the second half with 24. Carrington exploding here in the last couple minutes. Leggett carrying them through the first half, and this is the type of balance that Jeff Capel's got to love. For
sure. You know, it makes it hard to key in on one guy. They're all getting it efficiently. It's within the offense. You got to love it that it doesn't look like any guy is trying to basically do it all himself. It's going to make the game a lot easier for Jeffress, for Austin, Diaz-Graham twins. If I'm Ash, I'm going to keep shooting, though. He's the one guy that got it going, either from 3 or going to the basket.
Blocked by Diaz-Graham.
Walsh trying to get in there, use his body, but Diaz-Graham has the length, meeting him up top.
Walsh trying to challenge Jeffress. He's fouled. It was Jorge Diaz-Graham and Will Jeffress going up trying to meet Walsh at the apex.
Got to have much respect for Walsh to get a shot block and then go right back in there like a man and attack the basket.
Oh, man.
Don't shy away.
That's a 26-point lead foul right there, because that is all ball, my friend.
You got it in slow-mo.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because when I saw it, it was like, yeah, he got it. He got it. How about Walsh, though, coming in 11 minutes here, didn't play at all on Monday. 6 points, couple of big threes, but he's looked aggressive in his minutes.
Making the most of his time, trying to earn more. I think he gave him a spark for sure.
Jalen Lowe into the ball game now. Just 5 minutes tonight. With Carrington and Leggett cooking in the backcourt the way they are, Lowe hasn't had to do much. Misses the reverse layup. Deep corner pass here. That did not look good. What a surge from Pitt here in the second half. They've made 8 of their last 10. Pitt outscoring Binghamton by 18 points here in this second half. 25 of the 30 for Pitt come from those 2 guys right there, Blake Hinson and Bub Carrington. They've been amazing here in the first 10 minutes of this second half.
Inside, outside presence. Your freshman, your senior leader. I mean, if they can keep this up, it's going to be trouble in the ACC.
Then you add to that Ishmael Leggett, who kind of controlled things for Pitt in the first half and kept them afloat. And he's got his 4th career double-double with 17 and 10 tonight. 5 assists to go along with it.
Along with some stellar defense on Petcash.
Unbelievable pass to hook Diaz-Graham down low.
Showing off the vision.
Fourth assist for Carrington. Just more of the same for Bub. Game number 2 of his Division I career. Ash again for 3. And Pitt doesn't look like they want to slow down at all. They want to keep the effort up. Jalen Lowe with a corner 3. Battling down low is Jeffress. It'll stay with Binghamton.
Lowe is getting good looks. This is a nice find off the pick and roll. Head up, whether it's scoring it, passing it, the poise. Ooh.
Down low for Torrance. It rolls out to Carrington. We'll slow it down this time. Jeff Capel wants to run some offense.
What I was saying is Lowe is getting the shots that I think he wants. He's getting good looks at the basket. Just want to see a couple fall for him.
From one twin to the other, and he air mails it. But it will stay on this end as Walker couldn't handle the air ball. It's a good time with a lead like this to get Jalen Lowe some minutes. Didn't play much up until this second half here. Now it's just 6 minutes on the game. Young freshman for Jeff Capel, number 15 in white. Him and Carrington expected to play a big role on this team this year.
I think it's been hard to actually get him minutes with the player Leggett and Carrington.
Low to the rack. Foul on the floor.
But again, he's getting to the basket. He's creating open shots. They're just not falling for him.
Jorge to the line. Jorge had 14 points on Monday, career high. Was perfect from the field. 5 of 5 from the floor, 3 of 3 from three-ball land. And that's his first point tonight. Binghamton with 3 turnovers in the last 2.5 minutes. That gives them 13 on the game and 14 points off of those turnovers for Pitt. I know you talk about it all the time in defensive creating offense. And I think as soon as Pitt started to turn it on, you felt the energy, obviously, with some shots starting to fall, but it started on this end with them. Perimeter defense, sucking into the middle there in the lane, making it difficult for Binghamton to get in there. And that's what Jeff Capel's always hung his hat on, is that defensive side. Starting
with Leggett on the perimeter, like you said. But even if you get beat, you have Federico, the Diaz Graham twins, even Austin to protect you if you get beat off the dribble. So you can be really aggressive.
Inson's back. He goes to the hole. Can't get it to fall, but he'll go to the line. In a game like this, Julius, you're up 30. You're at home. One of the big things that Jeff Capel told us was that, hey, we cannot listen to the hype of a 50-point win from Monday. We got to make sure we keep working. How do you do that and maintain your focus here in a 30-point game with 10 minutes to go?
I think it comes from your senior leader. You know, I think just him not being satisfied with what they did last year, wanting to do better and understanding that is games like this you have to continue to build because you're going to see better competition than what you have today in the ACC.
Carrington gets a hand as he goes off. 18 points for him. 3 rebounds, 4 assists. 6 of 11 shooting. Hinson now with 25. Make it 26 with a friendly roll. 8-0 run in the last 2.5 for Pitt.
You know, it's one thing to come out and actually be putting a better talent on the floor, but when you are going against competition that can punch back, how are you going to weather the storm? You know, so it's still a lot of things that you can tighten up even if you're up big.
Blocked by Lowe, but I think Hewitt might pick up the foul here. Yes, he does.
Shittery knocks down the first.
This stuff ever bother you shooting free throws?
Well, if you looked at the statistics, the answer would be yes. Because the teams that I played on stunk as a team shooting free throws. I think at home they get so quiet. That was an annoying thing for me.
Yeah.
It's a little better when it's just noisy. you're not in your head.
It's the opposite of what you'd think. You'd want quiet.
Yeah.
Focus.
No. It's a lot worse when it's quiet.
Because then everybody hears it if it hits the rim. Torrance has it taken away by Hinson. Low in the open floor. Now he has it taken away by Petcash.
Good hustle.
Hewitt
Way to get on the floor.
Now Petcash on the floor again. It'll stay on Binghamton's end. Man, you got to feel for Dan Petcash tonight. Coming back to Pittsburgh, Pine Richland guy, played on this floor in the Whitfield Championships. It's the second time he's played on this floor with Binghamton. Had 5 points here as a freshman back in 2019, playing in front of family. That's Bob Petcash, head coach at Pine Richland. His wife Kristen is here, Stan's mom. Brother Andrew is in the crowd as well tonight. He won a Patriot League title in 2020. He's a member of Boston University's basketball team. And here's Dan Petcash playing with Pine Richland right here on this floor.
Yeah, it could be a little, you know, stressful or tight you will get. I remember playing in front of my dad for the first time, and I don't want to talk about it.
How many free throws did you miss that game?
Let's just say, I understand, Dan Petcash. I understand your pain.
We'll have to log on to his TikTok with 100,000 followers after the game, see if he has anything to say about it. Hinson. No good. 26 for Hinson. Over the backboard for Walker, Pitt ball. Coming into this one, Brian Johnson told us that there's a lot of hype in Binghamton around this team. Back-to-back years in the semifinals in the America East tournament. They expect to be better this year in their own conference. Increased win percentage each of the last couple of years under Lavelle Sanders. They got some older guards here that I think, you know, the talent doesn't necessarily match in terms of Pitt, but there's some pieces there, and we'll talk about it more when we come back. We were talking just before we stepped away about the Binghamton program and the traction that they've been gaining over the last few years, Julius, under Lavelle Sanders. And they're excited about it. Brian Johnson told us a story. He said, hey, I was in CBS the other day. I was wearing my Binghamton shirt, and I got people coming up to me saying, hey, go Bearcats. There's some following in Binghamton, and they're excited about the talent they brought in this year. I'm
familiar with that feeling. You know, the fans get real rowdy once you start, you know, looking like you're improving and start getting some wins. So, you know, I'm happy for them. It's an exciting time to be there, especially to be there when, you know, you're a part of the foundation of getting a program turned around. You know, you won't be forgotten for a long time.
Back-to-back appearances in the conference semifinals. Of course, they bring in Symir Torrance this year. They're excited about what he can bring to the team. Called him a magnet of positivity, an experienced D1 player at Syracuse and Marquette before coming to Binghamton. They get Armand Harid back, of course. Taimu Shinnery looks good. So in the AEC, they expect to contend. Stewart heads to the bench, took a knock here.
Looked like they collided a little bit on a dribble handoff.
Oh yeah, caught a shoulder there from Petcash. Ash,
nice
catch and
pass.
shoot.
Little
Shooter's
baseline
roll.
drive and drag right there.
Ash has had a couple big shots tonight, leading all the Binghamton scorers with 13 now. Keep an eye on Harid. He's got 4 fouls right now. Low with a 3-ball front rim. Harid pushing the ball now. Ash wanted it. He was leading the charge there up the floor. They pull it back into the half court. Now Walker. Foul on the floor. 30-point ball game. Blake Hinson has 26 points, one shy of matching his career high. And it's so funny considering how the game started. Had 10 points in the first half in 14 minutes. Just exploded coming out of the locker room. And that's the type of streaky shooting that he can supply, and his teammates feed off that energy, especially in home games when you got the crowd to boot as well.
He's definitely a guy that can get it going. He's getting subbed out right now. I wonder, you think he's going to get that? Come on, coach, I'm 1 or 2 away.
Hey, they were all so aware the other night of Bub Carrington's triple-double and how close he was. You think they're aware of him maybe getting a career high?
You know, when it comes to your career high, we can care less. A triple-double is a lot, is much harder to accomplish, so we'll let you get that one. But for this one,
well, I got to tell you, I think my career high was like 4 points, so I don't know what that feels like. I certainly don't know anything about a triple-double. Guillermo, step back, feeds it to Lowe. Wide open 3 here for Jalen Lowe. Still too strong, so Lowe cold from the field tonight, 0 of 6. Harid to the basket here, and he's fouled. So Pitt has suddenly gone cold here. 0 for their last 6 from the field over the last 5 minutes.
Still very patient, getting the shots that they want, just not falling. At the same time, Binghamton getting the looks that they're wanting and getting to the free throw line.
Stewart still working on that eye after taking the elbow from Petcash. Max Sims will get a little time here late in the second half. He comes on. Stewart still getting worked on. Masood Stewart, the sophomore from Philly. So now you'd think, Julius, with 6 minutes to go, Carrington and Hinson probably done. Here's Guillermo. Wow, high arcing 3 for Guillermo Diaz-Graham.
That's a true stretch floor for you. That's a 7-footer with the ability to stretch the floor.
And they're going to have to play that way if Pitt wants to go anywhere this year. The Twins are going to have to play a big role, not just from a perimeter standpoint, but inside as well defensively. Huge block from Austin. They're going to give him the basket. Man, Austin comes from the backside of the defense and has done that 3 or 4 times tonight.
He can definitely get up there and block. He's very athletic.
It's out of nowhere.
And he's not the only one.
Oh, that's a tough one. But in a game like this, you give him the basket, and he'll trade it back here. Zach Austin, the High Point transfer, Big South honorable mention a year ago. Known as a high flyer, very athletic. Jeff Capel thinks that he's going to be a big impact for them this year, but wants him to kick some of his bad habits, stop relying so much on his athleticism, and be a little bit more fundamental.
They say if you don't use it, you lose it, so.
Well, he can say whatever he wants, Jeff Capel, about not wanting the athleticism, but then he makes plays like that from the weak side defense. It's like, all right, I'll take it. Guillermo from the top of the key again. Couple of triples in the last minute or so from Guillermo. With under 5 to go, Pitt trying to push to 100 once again. They had 100 in their opener on Monday night. It's the first time Pitt had 100 plus in a game since 2016, and the 48-point win on Monday was the 9th largest margin of victory in Pitt history. Here's Guillermo with his second triple.
Penetrate, draw, kick for the open 3. What are you going to do? You have to pick your poison. You have Diaz-Graham twins that can shoot the 3. Henson that can shoot the 3. Carrington that can shoot the 3. Leggett that can shoot the 3. I mean, where are you going to get your help from?
Pitt set offensive school records last year in 3-point field goals, three-point attempts. And they look to continue that this year. 28-point lead for Pitt here, 4.5 to go at the peak. Big night for Pitt once again. Second consecutive home game with a blowout. See Monday against North Carolina A&T, 100 points, shot 56% from the floor. A lot of the same here tonight, Julius, despite the slow start.
Yeah, and it doesn't look as if, you know, the Pitt team is doing anything out of the ordinary. They're sharing the basketball. They're letting their defense force turnovers. That's leading to easy points. You know, I mean, the most impressive thing is just that they look like they're in rhythm already, knowing exactly where each other is.
Look at Hewitt with a fake behind the back. Now he gets it back into the lane. Finishing is Michael Hewitt Jr. Pitt shot 40% in the first half. They're up near 60 for the second half.
Hewitt Jr. is just a ball of energy coming off the bench.
Michael Hewitt Jr. wants to get in on the action. His teammates love it.
With the penetration, drive, and the English. Both hands around the rim. Got to be able to use them.
Pitt up 30 here in the non-conference against Binghamton, and upcoming for them, they're back in action on Monday against Florida Gulf Coast on the linear ACC network. Our friends Wes Durham and Dan Bonner will have the call of that one. Jacksonville here at home, and then they get into the preseason NIT, Florida, and then whoever wins the Baylor-Oregon State game. So some challenging non-conference games coming up here. Florida Gulf Coast, Julius, gave Indiana a run for their money, only losing by 6 the other night.
Yes, sir. It's about to get real. A few tune-up games, and then it's time to get serious. Time to get prepared for January. When you roll right into conference play, it's no off nights.
How important do you think those early season tournaments are on neutral courts to see what both teams really have on both sides? Because, you know, you can have teams come in and you play on your home floor and you're comfortable. When both teams are uncomfortable in neutral site, what does that do for teams?
I think it's a true test to see where you really are. You know, obviously, you know, games like this is where you're basically rolling out the best talent, so you should win this, but against a quality opponent is early. You get to see what you really need to work on and where you have to improve.
Low to the basket, batted around. It'll go the other way. So I'll put you on the spot right now. What does this Pitt team have to get better at in the next month?
You know, right now they look like they're clicking on all cylinders. I don't think they showed a real blemish in these two matchups that they've had. You know, you're going to have ups and downs. You know, it's a game of runs. I think they've been pretty solid. Maybe free throws. Last game they didn't shoot the ball very well from the free throw line, and today they did it much better. So
76% tonight.
They've improved in that area.
Man, I certainly didn't expect to hear A's across the report card from you right here. You got nothing.
We have to take into consideration also that, you know, they're rolling out, you know, a team that I think a lot of teams are going to match up not too well with 3 7-footers for the most part.
Sure.
I think defensively they're really long. Austin is really athletic. They can switch. It's going to pose a problem against a lot of teams.
And you think about Carrington, too, the size that he has as a point guard at 6'5". Leggett, just so strong with the ball. So many weapons right now. You'll see as they start to play tougher competition. You don't know until you start to get into thick of your schedule. Especially young guys, can they sustain that success throughout the course of the season?
And that was the question mark. Are the young guys going to be able to step in and give quality minutes and have an impact on the game? The depth, you know, we can see that the Diaz-Graham twins, you know, put some size on. They're stronger. They're not biting the dust as much as they did last year. So, you know, it's a more confident and comfortable team.
Pitt with 87 points. It's a good number for them when they score more than 80 under Jeff Capel. They're 25-2 since he got the job 6 years ago. Sims, too strong off the backboard. Under 2 minutes to play here at the Pete. Hewitt. Now Lowe. Lowe still cold from the field. Just 1 of 8 now.
And the one came on a goaltend.
Yes, great point.
They didn't want to see it. They don't want them to see, they don't want them to see it go in.
Nope. Air ball from the corner. Jeff Capel's going to call a timeout here for subs. We're going to bring in KJ Marshall and Vasson Stevenson. KJ Marshall, the senior. Jeff Capel loves KJ Marshall. There's a lot of team spirit in him, and he's a leader regardless of the fact that he doesn't get a ton of minutes. Great pass underneath, and it's Hewitt.
Everybody has an impact on the winning, though. In practice, you need all of those guys to show up and be ready to play, regardless of how much time they're playing on game day.
So Pitt with 189 points through 2 games. It looks like their offensive prowess that they were able to sustain from last year has carried over to this season, at least through a couple of games. But defensively tonight, holding Binghamton under 60 points, holding North Carolina A&T under 60 points. That's probably something that Jeff Capel would rather talk about.
For sure, and I think it just comes, you know, the confidence and understanding that the front court has. You know, the length Diaz, Grimm have. Federico Austin is a shot blocker, even though he's not a 7-footer, he's still a shot blocker. It allows you to play, you know, with more pressure on the perimeter. So, you know, maybe the trip to Spain is helping them. Maybe they, you know, it look. I mean, seriously,
true.
Defensively, this team looked like, you know, they know exactly where each other are going to be, where the help is coming.
It's a great point. I mean, he talked about it a lot with us. It seemed to be very important for them as a whole to go to Spain and do one of those trips together, bring these guys together. The culture that has been established from last year, we asked him, like, how does that feel to see that it's still happening? You know, this culture that you fostered from last year. And he's like, it's amazing that I don't have to really do anything. Like, these guys have formed it themselves. And you see some of the images from the summertime, but it's impressive the turnaround that's happened under ACC Coach of the Year, Jeff Capel.
Yeah, nothing but dinners together, playing together, practice together. It doesn't get better than traveling the world with your teammates and spending all day. It's a great opportunity for you to gel, and it looked like, you know, it's paying off.
And they genuinely like each other, is what Jeff Capel made sure he made a point to say, is that these guys enjoy each other. You know, it's not just they're playing together. You know, off the floor, they all hang out, they enjoy each other's company.
And that translates to winning. Do my brother have my back?
Inside deuce for Binghamton. They hit 60. Pitt's going to dribble this out. Shot clock is off. Big hand from the Oakland Zoo. And the faithful on hand. Man, they've seen what a display of basketball in the first 2 games of the season for the Oakland Zoo here. Jeff Capel loved it. Loved the energy on Monday, and it carries through on this Friday night.
Not a lot for the Panthers to complain about. Nothing that you can really pinpoint on a bulletin board. Came out, played hard, played consistent, shared the basketball. Got to be proud of his team.
Blake Hinson finishes this game with 26, 1 shy of his career high, 8 of 14 shooting, 4th career game with over 25. 1 shy of his career high. Cape couldn't get him back in there for 1 more. I'm sure we'll hear about that later. So 2-0 the Panthers are now as they claim a 29-point victory here at the Pitt. The Oakland Zoo was rocking. Ishmael Leggett, he started things off in a big way for the Panthers, carried the load through the first half, but eventually Bub Carrington, Blake Hinson came to life in the second half. Pitt 2-0 on the year, 29-point win. Binghamton down 0-2 on the year. Signing off for Julius Page, I'm Kevin Wheeler. Thanks so much for watching on the ACC Network.